So let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most important topic a parent should start having with their children? Even if they are young, put it in the comment section and stay to the end of this video as we discuss a very important conversation that in this day and age, I personally think that parents should start having with their children. This is the table and you're welcome. So especially I'm talking to immigrants who have flown all the way from Africa, from Asia, from India, in all parts of the world, from Mexico, and then they've all gathered here abroad, especially in America, in Canada, in the United Kingdom, in all parts of Europe. What is the most important conversation you should start having with your children? I think it is about money. We need to start telling our children about money. Otherwise, we are just raising children who are going to be our successors. Of all the pain, of all the suffering that we are going through, they are going to follow the same suit, the same struggle that we are in today. Why? Because if we don't build these children, if we don't teach them how to build wealth, how to be financially free, we don't give them the conversation, if we don't talk about money, if they are not financially literate from today, if we start hiding our struggles from our children, of course we know it is not easy. But what I'm saying is many people came from I'm from Africa. Most of us, we came from Africa. We came with most people came here in survival mode because we felt life back home, it was really tough. So we all wanted green pastures. That's what we actually call it. We most people come here looking for greener pastures. And then some people come with their children, while some people come here and then they make children here. But have you ever thought about it? You're always thinking about how to work hard, how to pay your rent, how to your bills. But have you sat your children down? Have you ever thought about it to sit these children down and have a conversation about money with them? Because if we don't do that, we will raise these children and then they will go through the educational system. Because most of us, we know that the educational system, they don't say anything about money. They are only raising graduates. So it is up to us, if we want to build this generation of literate children, then it needs to start coming from us as parents. Of course, we need to start sitting our children down and teaching them about how to invest to businesses instead of just working and saving money. Money and investing is just different. This thin line between the rich and the poor, or the financially literate, and then those that they keep this topic from their children. Because I've really had the opportunity to be with wealthy people, and at the dinner table, that's where they talk about finances. They talk about real estate. They talk about saving money. They talk about owning businesses. They're not just raising their children. They're not just providing for their children. They're actually giving them the blueprint. And this is what I want many people to understand, that if we don't have this money conversation with our children, then we are just raising other children to be like us. They are going to be in the same shoes. They are going to be in the same struggle. They are going to work hard and still feel that they are not even belonging, because they don't know how to live within their means. If these children don't know how to, for the power of and wait for compounding interest to start compounding. If these children don't understand that we need to delay gratification, okay? It is not all about earning higher salaries. If you are earning higher salaries and then you don't have any financial literacy, if you don't have the background, if you don't understand how to save money and make money work for you, if you don't know how to even own a part of the businesses you work with, the companies that you work with. Because I know that, for example, in America, most of the companies, they allow their workers to be part owners of the business, of the company, by buying their shares. So this is the type of conversation that we need to start having with our children, because we know that back from Africa, we are afraid that the banks are going to take our money. We are afraid to put our money somewhere, put our money in invest. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Most people came here not even knowing how to invest. As a matter of fact, I was saying before, most people came here in survival mode, and someone who is living in survival doesn't know how to save money. They don't know how to invest money. And if we are not having this conversation with our children, they are going to grow up with debts to pay. They are living beyond their means. If we don't teach them how to save money, how to build wealth, then they are going to survive just like we're doing. And that is not what you're doing. You're only providing for your children to make them feel comfortable today. But what about the future? Because I've seen so many, back in Ghana, I've seen so many wealthy people that they left huge sums of money behind. And then after their death, their children couldn't manage their properties. They couldn't manage their estate. They couldn't manage their businesses. And then some of these children, they went straight back to bankruptcy. Some went into addiction and those stuff you can think of. It is because, fine, today we are alive, we are providing for our children. But what are we leaving them with? Because I know that if we equip our children with the financial literacy, if we make them understand that this is how money is made and this is how money compounds, this is how you build wealth, then even without zero, even if these children go to ground zero, they can rebuild themselves up. If you understand me, yeah? This is the conversation that we need to start having with our children, especially as immigrants. Because I remember we were just young. There was this movie I watched, Poppins, and I took lessons from that movie. It's been a very long time. I really don't remember everything, but I remember something that actually has been ringing in my mind for a very long time. So I remember was this family, they had children, and at that very young age, they gave them piggy banks. They opened bank accounts for them, and then they told them to put their money into the bank accounts, and then the monies will grow. It was a lesson. I was very young, but this is the only thing I took from the movie. If you have ever seen that movie, comment in this put in the comment section. It is called Mary Poppins. It's been a very long time. It's actually an English movie. So what I'm saying is, if we have this conversation with our children, then definitely we are leaving them with something to live with. Because I believe that the greatest gift you can give your children, or you can leave for your children and your children's children, it's not just money. It is the financial literacy, the education, what we didn't get, the knowledge that we didn't get, what we didn't acquire. Most of us didn't know how to save money, how to invest money. But this is the conversation that we need to start having with our children. If we really want to build up a generation of children not just surviving like ourselves, you don't want your children to work the same hours as you did. Because I know many people, myself included, we keep saying that we're not going to have children and then they are going to suffer like we're doing. We don't want our children to suffer like we're doing. And that is exactly how you liberate your children, how you put them in a position where they are not going to fail. They are not going to be in survival mode, even if you're not there. If you understand, tell me, what is the basic thing you feel that you should have understood when you were younger? You felt you should have known this, then you didn't get the opportunity to learn. Your parents actually, they didn't tell you this. We are all saying that all the hassle, all the struggles that we've been through, we are not going to put our children into the same hassle, into the same struggle. And sitting down with our children and teaching them about money is one of the things that we should start doing today. If you understand this, I want you to follow the conversation, because if you don't want your children to do all the 9 to 5s or all the long hours a week and stuff like that, then these children should know how to save money. They should know how to put money in banks, in businesses, buying stocks and waiting for the money to compound. We should teach them about building 401k, building their credit. Okay, we should teach them how debt system works. How credit, you need to use credit and not let the credit use you, stuff like that. You're very keen with these things. I've been thinking about this. If we don't want our children to live the lives that we led, we don't want them to go through the same struggles, the same hassles in life, then I believe that money conversations should be shared. You don't have to keep it as a secret. You don't have to hide your struggles from your children. They should know the cost of things, and they should understand how money goes around and how money comes around. They should understand saving. They should understand investing. They should understand credit building. Otherwise, we're just failing as parents. We are just raising children who are going to be paying debts, paying rent, paying bills all their lives. And then it's just going to be the same circle that we lived. This is what I don't want. Follow this and share this conversation with any immigrant family that you think they should know this. They should start having this conversation, that you feel they need this topic for themselves and their families. And if you are an immigrant child, you should start asking the questions. You should start asking your parents. You should start having this conversation with your parents. How to save money, how to build wealth, how to build a business, how to go into real estate, because you don't want to live like your parents. This is The Table with Abel. Subscribe to my channel, like, and comment. I love you, and I'll see you again.